Welcome, kayak anglers. You are tuning into the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network, kayak fishing's best network of shows with great hosts covering all things kayak fishing, bringing you special guests covering topics such as shore fishing, river trips, gear reviews, angler profiles, tournament news, and more. Sit back, relax. Let's do this.
Chasing the 20 Inchers Susquehanna River podcast is proudly partnered with these great companies. Railblazer, think outside the tackle box. The Cheatin brand, official brand for smallmouth bass. Kayak cushion for them long days on the water. Ken's Jigs, need a custom jig? Don't look any further. Thanks for watching and welcome to the show. Could this be the 20? I don't know.
Hey.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, everybody, to another podcast of Chasing the 20 Inchers, Susquehanna River podcast. Who's here so far? We got 27 people already, Sean.
Holy
Michael
cow, man.
Bradley. Evening, fellas. What's up, Michael Bradley? Always the first one to chime in. Scotty Hepner, one of our regulars. Evening, Scotty. We got a new one. New to the show, the Christopher Projects.
Awesome. Welcome.
Matthew Weimer. This might get interesting. Matthew, I hate to upset you, but it's not going to be that interesting. I mean, we're always going to have a good show, but some stuff went down, and we're going to get to the bottom of it. But by the way, guys, we do not have the winners of the SFT Kayak Classic on today, just because we had some discrepancies. And first and foremost, I do want to apologize for one of the comments that I put on social media today. Sam, I apologize. Sam was a second place winner of the SFT Kayak Classic. So let me tell you what happened. I was up for like 36 hours over the weekend because of work, and then I had to fish this tournament because I wanted to support SFT, and I love kayak fishing tournaments. And today when I woke up, I seen some stuff on social media about, fishing dams, and I got pretty upset because I fished my ass off yesterday and I was tired. I'm not blaming it on being tired, but I wasn't thinking straight. And right away when I seen it, I got upset and I made a comment, and I shouldn't have done it. I'm sorry, Sam. And everybody out there that's making bashing posts. Wait till we know the truth, the real story, and we're gonna find it out probably next weekend. We got some people doing some, not investigating it, but some friends of friends that are talking to them guys and stuff. So I just wanted to say I was sorry about that. I deleted my comment, and I felt pretty bad about it once I realized their side of the story. So, well, his side of the story. I shouldn't even bring the other guy in because he didn't do anything wrong. So I just wanted to put that out there. 37 people on right now. Thanks, guys, for coming on. I think that's the highest we've had so far. I mean, people love drama, and then this year in the kayak world, it's been filled with it. I hope it doesn't hurt our sport though, because I love our sport. I love going out there and competing with you guys, and it helps to do well too. When you do well, you really have a good time. So, let's get into the river levels real quick, Sean, because I seen Towanda, and oh my God, When you see Tawana's river levels, you're going to be like, wow. All right, so I'll start it off. Let's see what we got here. Let's start off with Harrisburg.
Okay.
Harrisburg is sitting at 2.9 feet right now. I'm hoping we get a little bit of rain this week coming up. I think it's in the forecast.
Looks like
but
a pretty good chance, the next couple of days. But I fished City Island on Saturday, and I didn't think it was horrible. So
were you able to motor around pretty good there?
Yeah. I mean, especially down by the main launch, I was able to go all around down there, no problem. And the only reason I couldn't do it up at the north point of the island was the grass. It wasn't that it was shallow; it was that it was grassy. I mean, there's spots here and there where there's like the flats and stuff where I had to
bottomed out,
kind of just have it where it was kind of chopping the top of the water, or get out and wait a little bit, but. For the most part, down at the bottom, there was no problem whatsoever. So,
yeah. Ken Glassner, thanks, buddy. I turned 52 today. So for all the youngsters that finished below me yesterday, this old guy beat you. Making popcorn right now, Jim Joy.
Nice. Next up is Lewisburg. So Lewisburg is at 0.89 feet.
Wow.
And
that's the West Branch, right?
West Branch, yep.
Yeah. Wow. I wonder what Josh is feeling like up there or over there. I think the West, that's his like home territory, I think. Josh Sims, West Branch.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I know we got Marietta. Marietta's sitting at 32.25 feet.
And everything is just dropping like crazy. So man, things could really change if we get rain this week. It'll be interesting.
We need it.
And last we have Towanda, which is North Branch, and look at that. How can it be negative?
That's what I was saying. When I see negative, I was like, what are they doing? Where's the fish going?
Yeah, exactly.
Are they digging holes?
That must mean the gauge is completely out of the water.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What are you using in the lower river levels for cool temps? We'd love to share that, but we got a TOC coming up this weekend, and we do not want to share any baits. Sorry, but we'll have to answer that question on the next podcast.
Yeah, we will give a full recap of baits after next weekend, because then it's game on for anybody. But
yeah, we have the TOC for the Kayak Anglers chapter. We're fishing. T-Man's fishing for the TOC, the championship, the
individual,
the AOI. So and me and Sean and three other of our members are fishing for the team chapter, and we'll be fishing against I think it's 4 other chapters, right?
I thought it was 6 total, so I think it's 5.
Is it 6? Okay,
yeah.
So we're fishing against 5 other chapters. And that's the reason why we know some of them guys are listening and trying to pick up little tips here and there. And we'll give a little bit away, but we're not gonna talk about baits.
I may have talked a little smack in the director's chat, and so we've won it the last 2 years, and I was talking a little smack because they changed the rules a little bit this year. It used to be in the team tournament, every angler had to catch 2. And now they made it 3. And I just said, you tired of us winning so much? And
it's 3 now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Every angler contribute 3. So it'll be interesting. Because I mean, last year I was surprised we won it with the amount that we had, because I thought for sure everybody else was sandbagging, and we were going to come to the awards and find out we were in like 3rd place or something. But we were in the league all day and it held up. So it'll be interesting though. Hopefully we can, as a team, we can pull it out again and bring that trophy back home.
Yeah, for sure. That one right there.
Yep, that big one right behind Carlisle.
By the way, my wife is like super happy that's gone away this week. She wants to design the room a little better, and she does not like that trophy in it. So I told her I'm just gonna, if we win again, I'm gonna give it to somebody else to take home.
There you
go. The Christopher Projects, first time ever in a kayak. I entered the SFT tournament a long time SFT customer. My hat's off to all the kayak guys and gals.
Well, I was super excited to hear that so many first-time guys jumped into that. I mean, there was 121 anglers, so there had to be a lot of, relatively newbies there hitting the water with us. And hats off to you guys for jumping in the deep end, if you will, because, that's a pretty big tournament to just hop into. So,
yeah. And I looked at the leaderboard. I think they finally turned it on today.
Yeah, they did.
And a lot of people struggled. I think there was like over 20 people that had zeros. Now, I don't know if some of them didn't show up or
right. It's hard to tell. But even the totals were lower than I would have expected. So
a lot of the hammers that we fish with, and you guys all know who you are because you're always up in the top of the leaderboard. They were struggling yesterday, and I had a little history where I fished, and I kind of knew what the fish were doing there because I fished it like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. But it's been pretty consistent there because I fished the same spot for the team kayak series, and I did just about the same thing. And those fish haven't really changed yet, but they have been grouping up.
It'll be interesting to see what happens if it rains, how that changes that. So,
I mean, and that's what we're going to get into today in our show a little bit. We're going to talk about some fall transition. But I don't think anything's going to really change, especially at that spot. I just think that the fish are going to not be as spread out as they were during the summer.
Yeah.
I just think it's going to be, once you find them, I mean,
if you can find them wolf packing, you're going to be good to go.
I went over this spot yesterday. I was cruising with my motor. It was a pretty deep spot. It was probably 8 foot. I hope that doesn't give away where I was, but and oh my God, Sean, there had to be 100 smallmouth.
Oh wow.
And they were all little cookie cutter, like 13, 14, 15 inchers. I didn't see one big one, but they were all swimming ahead of me, and I could see them clear as day because the water's like, super gin clear.
I can say at City Island when I was there, Central Betterwind. Yeah, we need to bring it home again. So when I was cruising around City Island, right there at the end, like 1:45, I was right there at the launch at that bridge, and I saw so many smallmouth just cruising and big ones, and they stood out like against the light rock bottom. I mean, those dark smallies just stood out like crazy. But they were moving pretty fast, and they were spooking super easy because you could see them from a mile. So they were seeing me too. But yeah, they were definitely there. So
yeah. All right. Well, let's get into our. We'd like to do photos that our followers and listeners send in. We're gonna start off with this segment of the show is brought to you by Achigan brand, the official brand of smallmouth bass. Go ahead, Sean.
Free the fighter.
All right. All right. We'll start off with this one here. Bill Parker with a nice smallmouth.
Yeah. Awesome, man. I wonder how many of these came from yesterday.
So I don't know.
Well, maybe the next one will be a hint.
Oh.
So we're going to have to change the name of the podcast to Finding the 20s because my buddy Carlisle here finally found his unicorn, his 20-inch fish yesterday. He called me on the phone and he's like, guess what? And I'm like, you found a 20. He's like, yeah, I did. And I was like, I would expect him to be screaming, but obviously that was a long time coming and big time congrats. We're still chasing the 20s, but I have a feeling they're going to come easier now.
I hope so.
For you.
I hope so. All right, our next person here, JP Poole. He's a regular. He sends photos in every podcast. Got another nice smallmouth, and it looks like he's fishing down there in probably Marietta somewhere.
Yeah, maybe Long Level.
Yeah.
Kyle, they did not stream the awards. I don't believe they did. I didn't see anybody filming it. We were there, but I didn't see anybody filming it. So
yeah, no, I was kind of upset about that. I've and also not to change the subject off these photos, we're going to get back to that real quick, but there wasn't a lot of people at the awards.
Yeah, I was expecting when I pulled in to shuttle up there that the parking lot was going to be a little fuller, but yeah, it was not. And they turned off the standings so early. I would have thought more people would have just came just to see how it ended up, but I guess people knew
they turned it off at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, and I was like, "Holy crap, it's off already!" I don't even know where I was. So
yeah, me neither.
But all right, back to the pictures. Next up, we have Randy Rosenberry with a nice smallie there. Thanks, Randy, for sending that in.
Oh, that's a nice fish. Yeah.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
definitely.
I'm gonna skip the next one because I don't want Sean to do his own. Next, we have Sean Lavery, our very own.
That was my 17 3/4. That was my big fish from Saturday. So
looks like they're starting to get them feed bags put on.
Yeah, they got some bellies on them. And next up, we have our perennial Scotty Hepner. Thank you for sending that one in, Scotty. Man, he's always finding them.
Yeah, that's a pretty fish too. Nice colors on it.
Pattern, yeah.
Next, we have Stephen Howard. That's from yesterday. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty fish.
Yeah,
that's about what they're looking like right now. Kind of darkish color.
Yeah, I was really surprised how dark the ones at City Island. Like I said, man, I was seeing them show up like super clear.
Yeah.
And next on another YouTuber, Mr. Vincent Stutter from Anglers Anchor.
Studer. And he cracked me on that one time when we have him on the podcast.
So that is
nice fish, Vincent. That's got to be a 20 plus.
You'd think so. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I love it when their tails are that huge. Like I said, they're living in the current.
Yeah. And our final one, this was the winner of the big fish yesterday for the SFT tournament, and also the winner for the whole tournament. I think he put up 97.5 inches. Jacob Hausman.
Yep. Nice fish, Jake. I was wondering how big, big fish was going to go. And when you said you had a 20, I was like, hey, you might have a shot. But I had a feeling that somebody would find something 20.5 or above. So I think his was 20
that always happens. Right? It would have been nice. Talking about that real quick before we bring our guest in. So you said I didn't sound very excited when I called you, but to believe it or not, I was in shock. Because
that makes sense, because you were way calmer than I would have expected.
Yeah. Well, I was also bummed and shocked. There was so many emotions going through my body because in the morning when I launched, I could not get my camera to work. So it was something wrong. Yeah, there was something wrong with
the hours of footage that you have for it not to happen or not to work the one time you get the 20.
I know. I was so bummed. And
I was bummed that I wasn't there with you. I was.
It figures it happened that way. I didn't have any of my buddies with me, and I didn't have a camera I had a camera with me, but it wasn't working. Something with the memory card. I couldn't, for some reason, the memory card was full, and I could not delete the footage. It wouldn't let me. It wouldn't even let me get in there to delete it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to fish. And that's what happened. But anyway, that fish was grouped up with 5 other fish. I seen them before I even casted to them. Their backs were sticking out of the water. And it was the coolest thing because I was in 6 inches of water and I thought there was no fish around. I was just trying to get through this grass and there was this little opening in the grass and I seen all the the water, the top, the water was glass calm. And on the top of the water, I seen all this, it must have been, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It could have been bait fish maybe, but then I seen 5, or it had to be at least 5 footballs. And all I could see was their fins sticking out of the water. And I was like, is that carp or is that smallmouth? I couldn't tell what they were. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm casting to them. I casted to them. And it was as soon as my bait hit the water, there was 5 wakes coming straight at it. And it was they had to hit each other so hard when they bumped into each other once one of them got the bait. And then the sucker,
I said you should have threw something with treble hooks, man. You could have got 2.
I should have had a donkey rig tied on.
There you go.
But the fish, when I hooked them, he swam straight towards me, and I never reeled so fast in my life. I mean, I was burning it, and then he got underneath my kayak and just stayed under there and kept swimming back and forth. And I thought he was going to rip my line because my line kept rubbing up against the side of my kayak and my paddle. I had my paddle there, so I'm thinking, oh man, he's gonna rip me off. But if it worked out, I finally got him in the net, and as soon as I got him in the net, I was like, that's a 20. And Sean heard me say that so many times while we've been fishing together. And that time it was, I mean, I took probably 5 or 6 different pictures of him, and he was right on the mark. So that was cool. And it happened the day before my birthday. So that was a great birthday present.
Oh, heck yeah.
And I did finish 6th in that tournament. So I was happy about that. I was just trying to get, a top 15 or something, and it worked out. I was super surprised that a lot of the hammers were only in the high 70s and 80s.
Yep. I was when I looked at the final board after it finally showed up today, I was pretty shocked. So
yeah. Wow. Anyhow, without further ado, let's bring our guest on, Sean.
Guess who's back?
This is the Angler of the Year for kayak anglers of Central PA, the T-Man, Ryan Raren. Welcome to the show, T-Man.
Ooh, there he is. Oh. I'll do it.
No. that was kind of how the fish were biting yesterday.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
So, Ryan, what happened yesterday with you? How did you finish, and what do you think about the river levels right now?
So, over the last, I would say, I'll say a month, because it just keeps going down. Colder nights, they're starting to get to that transition period. And I actually went out the last few weekends here and didn't have a problem dropping between 90 to 95 inches. Came into this one, I knew where I was going. There was going to be a pile of people. Used to live in the area. I knew how they were setting up. First thing in the morning, capitalize on it and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Put in. I knew where the channels were. 6 o'clock, it's still pitch black. Me and 3 other people launched. Everybody else is sitting back there, which can't blame them.
Yeah, that's what I did.
You don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
I went out, started just moseying around because my spot wasn't far, and I kind of wanted to be in that area just in case somebody over there knew about it. First cast comes around. I start at the bottom. They weren't up in the push water. No big deal. Jumped out of the kayak. Started going to town, just looking. I wasn't even casting. I'm looking for the bites out of the water and the bait fish.
Yep.
And rolled up to right where they were supposed to be. Started throwing, second cast, boom, got smashed. And it was big. And I didn't know how big. I thought maybe like 17 or 18. So I kind of just did my usual. Well, I forgot to set the drag.
Oh, boy.
And I realized to the last minute. So it came right at the kayak. I got the net ready. Mind you, my personal best is 21 and a half, and it made it look like a sardine.
Oh, wow.
Right at the net, hooks popped.
Oh, man.
So that got in my head for about an hour.
Yeah.
And usually I've learned not to let it get there. And this one did, considering how big it was. Tried to capitalize on the rest of the shallow bite. And they were just so lethargic. It didn't matter what you threw in front of them. They didn't care.
So you were seeing them, you just couldn't get them to bite.
What, were they spooking when your bait hit the water at all, or were they just not biting it?
They just didn't care. And I'd put it right on their head trying to get a reaction bite, and they just...
Wow. That's so weird, because that's total opposite of what happened to me. Like I would say probably 4 out of the 5 that I had in my bag, as soon as my bait hit the water, they ate it. And I think I caught a lot of different dinks and stuff like that. But yeah, most of my big ones, it was like bait hit the water. A second later, they were on.
Yeah. It was crazy, and I kind of got to the point where I said, "Screw it! I got to go fish deep at this point, fish some grass." And even that, like, they were so beat up over the last couple of months now that they're smart, and it doesn't matter how small you want to downsize to.
Yeah,
it still isn't enough.
Yeah,
and I found fish, couldn't capitalize, and I seen well over 92, 93 inches in that first pool.
wow.
Couldn't do anything with it.
Did you try to like go finesse on them at all?
Oh yeah.
And they still wouldn't bite.
I'll put it to you this way. I felt like I was trout fishing.
Wow.
How finesse I got.
Wow. Those fish must have been highly pressured, maybe. Because where I was, there was only one other guy there that in the morning when we launched, and he told me at the end of the day he caught 86 bass. Now, he said only a couple of them were big ones, but most of them were like 14, 15 inches. But that's a good day on the river, 86 bass, no matter no matter what size you have. But yeah, oh yeah, for the guy that did ask about the baits, drop shot.
Can of corn. The fireball's out. We're
oh boy,
tonight.
Oh boy. Speaking of that, started drinking. My wife started buying these. They're pretty good. They're Dogfish Head 30-minute light IPAs. They're pretty tasty. I know the T-Man sticks to the T, and I think you might have got Larry Okonski stuck to it now. But I like to change it up every once in a while. Yeah, so it was the first annual Susquehanna Fish and Tackle River Classic. We had 121 anglers. I would say maybe a third of the field was new to kayak fishing. And
I say that's fair. Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah. I heard people, or I heard George saying that, people were renting kayaks just to do this. So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely people who were newbies to it.
John Davis wants to know where T-Man placed.
32nd.
32nd. That's not bad out of 121 people. So yeah. Sean beat the T-Man too.
Sean did, man.
Oh boy,
by fraction of an inch, I think.
That's how it always works, though. Like usually when the top dogs do bad, they all do bad. Like there wasn't many real like hammers up in the money.
I looked down the list and I couldn't believe some of the people that were lower than me. I mean, there was some big names down there. So
yeah. And Ewing Minor fished it, and he finished, I think, 8th. So it felt good to beat him, and he's a stick, man.
Yeah, well, he's a pro. So
yeah. So I think he had 89 something. And Josh Sims, I beat Josh Sims again. That felt good. Josh, I hope you're listening. I was thinking yesterday, I got to go up there and talk a little bit because they talked about my 20-incher and how I got a PB during the tournament, stuff like that. So I walked up there and grabbed the mic from Mike Acord, and I told him I caught all my fish on that rod that they gave us on Friday, that 13 fish in Oath. That rod's awesome, dude. I like it a lot. I caught my 20-incher on it, and I was super happy with it. But so I walked up there and I grabbed the mic, and I was looking around. I didn't see Josh in the crowd, and I was like, I was gonna say, I ain't got nothing. I'm late for work, and I was gonna drop the mic, but Josh wasn't there. So I just talked about the rod I was using and stuff like that. And it was super cool. But I wish they would have live streamed it so everybody else could have watched what went down.
Yeah, I was surprised, but
it was their first one. I'm sure next year is going to be better. It's going to get bigger and better every year. And I'm sure next year they'll do the live stream. I know they do it for their what is that called? SummerSlam, where they do it on the Chesapeake Bay. They have a big live stream. They've been doing that for years though. So every year that gets better. And I'm sure that's going to be the same for this kayak series. Well, not series, but the kayak classic that they call it.
Yeah.
We were wiped out yesterday. If you only knew what we went through and the stuff that we did, it was
wiped out from fishing
just
or wiped out
water?
from just trying to cover water.
So I'll tell you where we fished because it's not in bounds for this weekend.
Yeah.
We put in at Fort Hunter and he went way up. Him and everybody else. Like, oh, that's bad. So I'm down.
Who went up? Who
Josh.
went up? Oh, Josh.
Then I see him going down. He calls me and says, "Hey, I'm going below the ledge." I said, "Which one?" "Well, I'm going to go below, Marysville and then try to get to the other ledge." I said, "All right, well, call me once you get to the last one, because if there's no way to come back up through, I'm not going to do it."
Yeah.
He calls me, "Oh, you're going to be good. It's fine." Yeah. I get down. No problem. Took the big chute. Didn't have a problem down there. Couldn't find fish. Seen them. So it was like 12:30. And I said to him, "How are we getting back up over?" Because at this point, we're going across the bottom of this ledge trying to figure out the best way because it's all big rock. He said, "Well, I think we can drag up over, next to the ledge that you went down over." I said, "Oh, screw this. I'm going to make it up there. I know I can make it up in this trailer." I line up on this chute, hit it just right, just enough to get speed. Started to hit the chute right, almost made it till the motor hit the rock. Pro angler went around like this, tipped. Water started pouring in. My phone got soaked. 3 packs of baits are floating somewhere down the river. I finally leaned back over, drifted back. I said, "Yeah, screw this." And I look over and he's over 200 yards away, found something, didn't say, "Hey, over here."
Yeah.
It sounds like you almost ate it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that sounds really sketchy.
A lot of dragging. I mean, it was just, it's dumb. It's dumb. It's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, when I was finished yesterday, I still had 95% battery power on my Torpedo, and probably more than half of the day my rock guard was dragging on the bottom of the river. So it's shallow, guys. There's Josh.
Yeah.
I know he's working. What's up, Josh?
He don't work. Are you nuts? He sits in his truck and watches fishing videos.
Well, he still has to be there, so that's considered work.
Yeah.
I mean, he could be doing something else, like coming on the podcast with us and drinking teas and beers.
He tried getting.
I ended up.
Wasn't happening.
I ended up paddling through a lot of grass mid-morning, just looking for them, and my shoulders are killing me because I couldn't. My motor just kept shutting off, so I had to pull it up and just try and paddle through it. And man, I have not paddled that much for a long time.
Yeah, I motored through a lot of grass yesterday, and I changed my prop on my Torpedo to the grass one, and I didn't have any issues. It didn't shut off. I just chopped right through it.
I wonder if
it was great.
What's it called? Newport makes one.
I don't know if they do or not, but that grass prop is freaking awesome for Torpedo. I mean, and if some grass does get wound around it, you just full throttle that thing and it chops it all up. Or pull it out of the water and full throttle and it just flies all over your rods. But yeah, it's I didn't have any issues with grass. It was more just shallow water and bottoming out. I was bottoming out a lot on my kayak. Josh, I asked you if you wanted to come on. You said you had. Well, no, I didn't. I asked you if you were working, and you said yes. But let me send Sean. Can you send him an invite just in case he wants to come on and say something?
Yeah, he's gonna have his big safety vest on and look all.
Yeah, he's gonna look like a construction worker or something, all official. So yeah, we do want to talk about the fall transition and what's going on with the river right now. For the people that don't get to fish the river and ain't as lucky as us because we live so close to it as much, the water is like super clear. Most of it. There's some water that's still a little dingy on the, what is that, the east side?
Yeah, east side.
The east side. Yeah, I noticed that a little bit yesterday. I got on the east side a little bit, and it was a little stained. But that's just from the north branch coming in, I guess. But it's super low. If we're all kayak anglers, and if we're dragging our kayaks, it's, you guys know, it's super low. It's some of the spots are manageable, and some are ankle deep where you have to get out of your kayak and pull it somewhere. But the fish, the bite for me yesterday was pretty awesome. Not only just because I caught my 20, but I caught a 19, an 18 and a quarter, and then I couldn't get rid of 2 16 and a halves. Although I did break off on 3 giants because I feel like I had a bad roll of leader line. And ooh. I broke off 3 that were probably just as big as my 19 or 20.
Do you have a brand that you always use, or?
Yeah, I use the Sunline leader. Sunline leader
sniper
line.
Oh, the actual leader. Okay.
Yeah, it's made just for leader line. And I talked to Josh today a little bit, and he told me something, but I don't want to really share it. Might be a secret for him, but I might try what he said. He's not using leader line anymore. He's just using a different kind of line for that. So I'm going to try that and see how that works. Or it could be I had a bad set of hooks because maybe they had a little barb in the eyelet or something. I don't know. I don't know what it was. I never break off, and I broke off 3 fish yesterday on the hook set. Josh says, I ain't got no secrets, man. All right, so he told me he's using Tatsu, Seaguar Tatsu for leader line.
I've heard a lot of people who really like that stuff.
That's all I use.
It's super expensive, but I mean, you buy a roll and you're using it for leader line, that'll last you forever, right?
Well, unless you're like me and just get stuck on everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, the T-Man's a different monster, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
If we have right now 38 people watching, if anybody has any questions for us about the river, hit us up in the comments. We'll try to answer them for you. No questions about baits yet, not until our next podcast.
Can of corn and a jar of Play-Doh. That's all you need.
A can of corn.
That's all you need.
Josh says you're stuck in stupid.
Oh, here we go. Starting his antics already.
Big game, no issues with big game.
Yeah, I've heard people mention that before too.
That's whoever's listening. What do you use for leader line? Put it in the comments so we can get some ideas. I need to change mine up. I mean, I never had any issues with it before, but now all of a sudden, maybe it was just that roll or the hooks. I don't know, but
I either use Sunline Abrazex or Sunline Sniper. It depends. If on my net rigs I use Sniper, and on my crankbaits and stuff I use Abrazex. The yellow, I think whatever the yellow is, Invisex maybe.
Invisex.
I'm gonna make another drink because this one's gonna make you guys piss yourselves laughing, and you can't judge. It's funny, I promise.
Before you leave to make a drink, T-Man, what's your line of choice? Cigar?
He said Tatsu, right?
Cigar, is that normally what you use?
I use Tatsu for some leaders, right? Now, call me crazy, call me stupid. This is just me. I don't run braid on Ned rigs, crankbaits. I'll run it on a BFS rod and a drop shot rod. But for the most part, I use a Seaguar.
All fluoro?
All fluoro.
All fluoro,
huh?
How often do you have to change your line? Once or twice a year, or do you change it a lot more than that?
So I buy 2,000 yards in the spring of 8-pound Abrazex specifically for the river. Amazon actually has it at a better rate than most places, so you didn't hear that from me because it's pricey.
Yeah.
And by the end of the season, depending on how much I fish, like this year, I've only used maybe 800 yards out of 2,000. So I've been power fishing more.
Yeah, I always have. I need to learn how to do it or spool it up better because every time I put straight fluoro on, I end up having more birds nests, and I must not be putting it on right or something because I always do it and then I screw it all up.
And everything will be just fine.
Yeah, I need a refill too. Why don't we take a commercial break, and if we're not back in time, Sean, just take over.
All right, go fill them up, boys.
But yeah, I just got to grab another beer. We'll be right back, guys. Thanks for hanging with us. I made it.
Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, you did. So Matthew Weiner says buy local, and we totally do try and support our local shops.
Absolutely.
Like Ryan said, sometimes Amazon does beat it out, but as much as you can, if you can, support the little guys. And I know most of you all do that. You can tell by a lot of our sponsors that we do that as well. But you got to do what you got to do. If money's tight, you got to do what you got to do. So we certainly understand that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of buying local, Blue Mountain Outfitters, guys, especially the guys that are just starting to get into kayak fishing, if you go to Blue Mountain Outfitters, you can buy accessories, and as long as you mention you heard about them on Chasing the 20s, you get like 10 or 15%. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but you'll get 10 or 15% off your purchase up there with Sarah. And I just found out not too long ago that they're going to be selling the Flux Jet. So I like to get on that thing and just test it out to see what it's like.
Yeah, same. I saw they did a test in full weeds with it, and they didn't have to clean it out one time. They said so, and they have video to prove it. So
that would be the perfect boat right now for the river. Don't you think, with how low it is?
I mean, maybe.
How I wonder what the draft is on that thing.
Yeah, I wondered that too, and how heavy it is.
It would vary though, depending on what you pack. If you're like Josh Sims and have a whole tackle shop available, that thing's not going very far.
Yeah, I try to pack light, especially when the river's low, so I can drag the thing around.
I take more than I should. I'll admit it. Mine's heavy.
Yeah, the only time I really take more than I should is when I'm fishing lakes, because I'm always like, never know what they're going to be eating in a lake.
Yeah, just throw a chatterbait.
Yeah, that seems to be the case most of the time. Blue Mountain Outfitters is who I rented from. Oh, I guess the Christopher Projects. He rented.
He said he was one of the guys that rented. Yeah. So that's cool.
And
BMO, yeah,
that's cool.
That's awesome.
If you ever need a kayak and want to go out, I have 3.
I have an extra one too.
Chelsea uses, but yeah,
she
can just stay at home, just show out fish any of us.
She kicked my butt at Redmond.
Yeah, and mine. No, not Redmond.
Pincho. Yeah.
I hate that lake.
It's not a lake. It's beautiful.
Anyhow, let's get into this fall transition. We're on 45 minutes. Still got 32 viewers. Let's just talk about what the fish are doing right now. I know from what I've seen yesterday, they're grouping up little by little. They're grouping up. Josh Sims has a PA 14 for sale.
And in the beginning, when I was joking about Carlisle throwing a treble hook bait in there, I was only half joking because the time I doubled up on a whopper plopper was during the fall. It was during this time, and I same thing. I saw them all cruising together, and I threw a whopper plopper in there and caught two at once, and was able to get them both to the boat. And so, I mean, that is definitely a thing right now. If you can find them wolf packing like that, they are totally going to be fighting for stuff you throw in front of them. So
yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to throw some juice out there. So I'm not talking smack on any bait companies, nothing like that.
I need a jet boat. Sorry.
Like a whopper plopper coming out of the packaging, the hooks are good for a few fish, but after that, I've already had them where split rings are bent after 2 or 3.
Yeah,
I agree.
This time of the year, if you're looking to capitalize, I guess I could say the proper terminology for that. Change out your hooks. You know, the fall, the fish are bigger, they're more aggressive. Hooks and split rings. Don't be afraid to spend a little bit of the extra money.
That's a good tip. That's a good tip, Ryan.
Yep.
I learned that the hard way.
I did last year, and I'm a very big mega bass person to heart.
Yeah.
I love the products, but the hooks that they're throwing on the Vision 110s, they're not geared for smallmouth.
No, they bend out so easy. You gotta really play them things.
The way, and I love the outside barb design. I've hooked myself, and luckily it hasn't been bad to where I'm passing out and Josh is trying to rip it out of me again. But yeah, they're just go over your equipment before you go out. This time of the year, they're
mean.
They're fat. They're mean. Aggressive.
Yeah. I remember last year I was throwing a big whopper plopper, brand new out of the box, and I caught an 18. And when I brought him in, I got him in the net, took the hooks out. One of my hooks was bent all the way out, straight out.
Mm-hmm.
So an 18, a pissed off 18-incher will bend your hooks out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
This one's for you, Josh.
I've bent them out on my, just getting it tangled in my net already, you know.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
Trying to get it untangled from my net. Yeah. So
I've bent out good hooks already, like the ones that I've changed, the upgraded.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good tip, Brian, to especially for a lot of the new people that are watching the show and getting into fishing. Especially if you're fishing tournaments, you want to have heavier hooks and sharper hooks. What you have been fishing with, you know, that's a good tip.
I went to BKKs personally. You spend the extra money on them.
That's what
even the owner ones are good, but don't be afraid to spend the extra $1 or $2 to get the good stuff, because it could cost you some beer money if you're in a tournament. So
yeah,
just go over here.
T-money.
T-money.
That's what I'm gonna start calling you from now on. T-money.
T-money.
Ryan had the option to get a trophy for Angler of the Year, and I told him he should just get a giant trophy with an open top and just drink teas out of it all day.
Yeah, like the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, there you go.
It's going to be Saturday when I'm up there drinking Miller Lights out of it because they don't have teas when I'm done. I'm out for blood this weekend.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited for this weekend, especially the after party, like at the barbecue at Skeeter's.
That was a fun time last year.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see everybody from all around.
I'm hoping. This is a very big word. We need some rain, and it's looking like north area. They're going to get the rain. I think we're going to have a decent bump. By decent, I mean 6 to 8 inches of water.
That's going to make a huge difference.
That's going to make huge, yeah.
Clarity difference, and yeah.
I use the Spear 21 SSs. What about you, Ryan? You use the SSs or the UAs?
I use the SSs personally.
Yeah, that's what I use too. Yeah, that bump would if we go from what we're at now and an extra 8 inches or so, 6 to 8 inches, that's going to make a huge difference for a lot of different areas because there's areas out there right now that the little pebble rock is sticking out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom of the river is sticking out of the water. So if you get 6 to 8 inches, them fish are going to be in there. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm hoping though.
Did you catch him on ploppers yesterday? No.
I caught a few on topwater, but not ploppers. Not I had a different topwater tied on. So, but that wasn't the majority of my fish anyway. So.
I took a live rat and I put rubber band around a treble hook and I winged it out there and they were fighting over it all.
Oh my gosh. A live rat. Yeah.
I'll be honest. Next weekend, we get this bump, that fall pattern is going to take full effect because the way that these nights are, I mean, I'm north compared to you guys. You guys are south further.
About an hour.
I mean, it's a 5-degree difference, and I'm 7 minutes from the river.
Yeah, so the nights have been in the 50s lately.
And they're starting to get to that point where they want to stay schooled up. Like middle of the day in October, they're schooled up. And right now it's just the morning time, and I think overnight they're schooled up and they're feeding. But once that sun comes out and it warms up, there's no water. The pressure's on. Predators, they're down here. You got a pile of eagles and everything else.
That's why I was surprised when you guys were saying they were as shallow as they were, because that makes them really vulnerable to that. And but I've heard that from so many people now. So.
Matthew Weimer says, I used a live mink. He thinks the ultralight rat was probably a better option.
I threw it out on a trout rod so I could open up the bail and let all that 2-pound line go out with it.
Carlisle, maybe you should try a duckling after you saw that duckling get taken last year.
Oh, yeah. That was cool last year. I seen that. I mean, for the animal lovers, it wasn't cool, but for me, it was pretty cool. I told that story already, but I was fishing in Wrightsville, and there was a mom. It was in the springtime. There was a mom duck and a bunch of baby ducks, and some guy like walked up to the bank, and they were like right on the bank in the grass, and one of them just got spooked and took off straight out towards me, and something ate it like that quick. I don't know if it was a muskie or a smallmouth, but it was quick, and it was pretty unbelievable. The guy seen it too. He's like, "Oh my God, what was that?" I was like, "Dude, you just killed that duck." He's like, "What?" But yeah, a possum. Yeah, Sean. Josh wants to use an opossum.
No, we don't talk about opossums on this podcast. That is rated R.
New to kayak tournaments and had a blast Saturday. Questions. I had two bigs get off the hooks. How often, if you're catching on the same hook, will you change out? I don't really change out too much while I'm fishing, unless I'm like smashing them or if one of them bends out. But pretty much I just keep the same hook on all day. It depends. It
I
kind
do
of
keep
really
a file
depends.
in mind. If I feel like I'm losing them on the same hook, I will take that file to it quick. But
man,
like
most of the time I don't do that.
Yeah, like I mean, if you're jerk bait fishing, yeah, then you're probably going to change your hooks a little bit more during the day. But if you're like top water, big thick hook, only if it bends really. If I start off the day with a brand new hook, I'm not changing it unless, just like I said, if it bends.
Well,
what about you, T-Man?
Do you really want to know?
I struggle changing hooks, so I don't know that I could do it on a kayak. Like I struggle sitting at our kitchen table doing it. So
I'm at the point now, like I switch to the bigger hooks on stuff, but if I'm throwing a jerk bait, I'll have 2 backups for the good colors that I know that are going to work in the same box.
Yeah.
Top water, I might have an extra.
Yep.
Crankbaits, most of those, as soon as they come out of the packaging, I'm switching stuff around. But I've also noticed, and this just could be me, when I'm throwing almost any more except a trap or a jerk bait, it's on a glass rod, so I'm not having to sit there and yank it into them.
Swing for the fences, yeah.
And I've noticed I've saved a lot of treble hooks from abuse just from that. Now, it could just be me, and even like I don't use a file. I've tried it. I've tried it on chatterbaits. Yeah, once that hook stall for me, I'm throwing it out. I've tried to file it down and tried to make it sharp, and I mean it works, but I don't want to take that chance.
Yeah.
But I switched.
Matthew Weiner says he's been losing chatterbait fish and doesn't know what's going on. I'd say depends what. Like I'd look at the rod you're using, if unless it used to be working and it isn't now. But if you're just constantly losing them, I'd check maybe the rod power that you're using.
I have 2 rods for that, and I can look because I don't remember. If you're curious to know, it's up to.
I use a St. Croix glass for mine, and initially I bought it for a crankbait rod, and I didn't like it because I thought it was too heavy, but it works great for chatterbaits because I can stick them and it has the backbone to really get them, but it also has the give to keep them on there. Are you allowed to throw a mini umbrella rig? It depends on your state. In Pennsylvania, you definitely are. Yeah. In Pennsylvania, you are, but you have to check your local regulations to make sure the number of hooks you're allowed to use. I mean,
I think PA is 5.
Even on the states where you're not allowed to use one. Yeah, PA is 5. You can throw a full size umbrella rig if you wanted to, but but I know some states you just have to do either dummies on most of them, or some states are 3, some states are 1. So
I know.
Just
where I was yesterday, I wouldn't have been able to throw an umbrella rig.
Yeah, no, same here. Well, I mean, parts of
City Island probably could. You probably could
yeah.
down by the set, the bridge before the dam.
Yeah,
super deep right there.
Yeah.
So I got the rods.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you brought them?
What do you use for your chatterbait?
What do you got?
So for my glass one, it's a 7.2 heavy power, moderate action, and then I have a 7-foot. Or no, sorry. Yeah. 7-foot moderate action Victory.
Okay.
Both of them
glass.
No, the Victory is not.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't think the Victory is made in glass.
That's for grass.
And I got the Mojo glass. It's actually cheaper than I think it's the Legend.
Is that the green one? Yeah, that's the one I use too. Yep.
And I felt both of them, and I felt that the Legend was heavier and it's more expensive. So I went with something that I was more comfortable with. And I love it for crankbaits and chatterbaits. The other ones I think is a 7.5 that I use with 40-pound braid for topwater Mojo glass. And the hookup ratios have actually been a lot better.
Hey, Ryan,
you use. Oh, go ahead.
Ask Ryan about his new favorite bait. We're not talking about baits, Josh. Well, yeah, I guess we kind of are, but
he did. He already told us a live rat.
Live rats.
Live rats tie the braid around their neck. Set a hook in there.
Oh no, you use a rubber band and a really big treble hook.
Oh, you like wacky rig it kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's got to look realistic on the fall,
What's this guy saying, Scotty?
He was just saying he figured out what he was doing wrong with his chatterbait.
Oh, so. Yeah. Oh, that's a good thing to bring up, actually.
Observation,
yeah, absolutely. When you're fighting a fish and you're especially spinning rod setups, and you're adjusting your drag for what the fish is doing, don't forget to check your drag before your next cast, because you will lose fish if it's loose. So yeah, Scotty, thanks for bringing that up. So that heavier rod that you have there, T-Man, the one that's not glass, is that your grass chatterbait rod, kind of?
So on the river, like back when there was water and dirty water and all that good stuff, I had 2 different colors tied on, so it's good on the river. That one and the grass one, I'm not afraid to rip with both. The glass one, if you get into like super thick mats,
you ain't ripping it.
It'll work, but your hookup ratio is going to be 50-50. So as long as your drag set, you have a decent rod. I mean, you don't even have to go with glass for chatterbaits. If you're on a budget, just get something that's has the power. Don't overthink it. At the end of the day, stay within your budget on that, because you can get crazy and buy multiple things. And I mean, it might help you, it might not, but stick with what you're learning. Watch videos, watch guys, see what they're doing, and try to play around with it and see what's going to work best for you.
After we had Jody Queen on, I really wanted to try his chattergrass rod, but I've been looking for one used on American Legacy Fishing and other places that have used stuff, and they don't come up very often because you can't buy the old ones now. You can only buy the new ones, and the new ones are pretty pricey. So
they must be good rods if nobody's selling them.
Well, nobody's selling used one, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't thrown the chatterbait much in the past couple weeks. I think
if the water goes up, that could be
absolutely. But we don't want to talk about that, Sean.
Oh shit! I mean, sorry.
I plead the fifth on everything.
Well, listen here. They have to watch the show to at least over an hour to get that tip. So
true. So if you've hung in with us for this long, you deserve it.
Absolutely.
And anybody who's really hanging in this long probably knows that anyway. So I don't feel super bad.
Let's hope that we do get a rise, just so we can stay in our kayaks.
Sorry, Josh.
Here we go with him again.
He's supposed to be working.
He's not.
Public knowledge.
Yeah. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate. We still have 37. We had 38. Somebody just dropped off, but we had a pretty good audience today. So we appreciate everybody for listening.
Is there any more questions? Just out of curiosity. Anybody have anything else before Carlisle goes? It's time to go to sleep, guys. I need to get sleep tonight.
I'm not. I took a nap. Actually, today was a very good day. My wife took me out for dinner. Well, I'd say it was like a late lunch. We went to the Bluebird Inn up there in Lebanon, had some beverages and a nice dinner, and then I came home and took about a 2-hour nap. So I'm feeling pretty good right now. I feel like I'm getting a little bit of a cold, but I'll be up for a while yet tonight. I don't have to be at work till 3:00 tomorrow afternoon, so I'll get plenty of sleep tonight. I'm not going to close it down yet. I just wanted to thank everybody for hanging in there.
Any thoughts about having tournaments split into 2 divisions, motor versus paddle, in the same tournament?
I got this.
So you as a tournament director, that would be a pain in the ass.
Would be.
I don't see that happening anytime in the future.
But I get the notion there that, sometimes it is an advantage. But then you have people like Drew Gregory who goes out and fishes huge tournaments without a motor and kicks everybody's butt that has a motor, because he finds the small skinny water that you don't need a motor. So
I actually just got into a motor this year. I paddled the last 4 years, and I paddled before that. Motor is good for covering, from point A to point B. But I'll be honest, like Josh said before, it's for us lazy guys. And I still pedal and paddle more than I use my motor. Last year, I got second PA Bass on the river in the state championship. Had a couple of really good finishes with them guys. And a lot of them guys use motors. So,
yeah, you don't need one to win.
No.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And it'll actually make you break down a portion of that water if you know that you're limited, to figure out what they're doing and how to capitalize on that. So don't be intimidated by motors by any means.
No, not at all.
And I've said that about my Sportsman. Like I miss my pedals. I miss being able to just do 1, 2, 3 and just adjust my position ever so slightly without having to pick up a paddle. And I can't do that with the motor. So it's definitely that's been one of my biggest learning curves with my Osprey and my motor, is those fine adjustments that I just can't do without like I used to with my pedals. So
this is what I think about that. Paddling, no bueno for fishing, because you're spending, especially if it's windy, you're spending half of the time paddling and not fishing, right? Vincent Studer can attest to this, because we both ran into the same situation on that dumbass lake that we fished in the last event. We were getting blown all over the place, and we're trying, even with an anchor, we were still getting blown away. But we were trying to fish, and we had our paddles in our hand more than we wanted to. Pedaling, that's the deal, because you're doing it with your legs. You can cast while you're doing it. And motor, even better. But for certain situations, there still isn't a perfect kayak out there yet. There still isn't.
It's definitely situational.
I still think Hobie has the best drive on the market, but somebody's going to do something at some point. They haven't really released anything to really blow the market apart like Bonafide did.
I heard, did you guys hear that Bass Pro bought Hobie or something? I saw something on Facebook about that.
I think they're starting to sell them there. That's going to make,
okay.
I don't know. They better have the right customer service for that, or they're going to fail big time.
Oh. Standing and motoring, oh.
I'd probably fall off.
Depending on the
morning. I used to do that with my XI3, my motor guide on the front. Well, it wasn't bad. But then I started learning how to sit down and fish, and I was like, wow, what a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely but like there's certain things, like I feel like with a jerkbait, I almost need to stand. Like I feel like I can't do it as well sitting, but
that's how I was. But then I learned it. You just got to put the time.
Yeah, I know. I see you, and I'm jealous. I gotta just put more time into it.
I can't wait for that bite to come back.
It's expensive.
What is
jerkbait? They're expensive.
Mega Bass ones are $25.
I know,
but they're totally worth it.
Well, they are, but the bills are kind of crap. So,
well, them new ones, the shallow runner, the shallow, what is it? The shallow 110 or something like that.
Yeah. I got one of those in that pack that I bought.
Yeah, supposedly the bills are stronger on those. That's another thing. Steering with your feet. That's a big deal. That's a plus. Definitely not paddling. Like, I mean, if you're on a budget and you just want to get out there, I mean, it's fine. Get a heavy anchor and sit out in the middle somewhere and fish. But it's hard when it's windy. It's super hard.
It is. It takes getting used to, for sure. That was when I first started kayaking. That wind, I hated wind, but now, depending on there's definitely times where I still hate the wind, but there's also times where if you can use it to your advantage, it can be good.
Well, the new Yak Attack anchor's coming out, and I do like it. I think it's going to beat, the heck was it called?
Anchor Wizard?
The Anchor Wizard. It's more durable.
It's bigger. I think it's bigger, isn't it?
It is. The components are supposed to be better. Like, I bought a power pole this year and I've used it maybe 4 times. So I'm probably going to get rid of that and sell it. Honestly, I'd be better off taking a stake and
power pole,
putting it down through the
Don't you have
no,
a
that's
power
what he's
pole?
saying. He has a power pole. He said he
you do
doesn't
have
use
a power
it.
pole. You don't use it? I love mine. I love mine, especially when you catch a fish. If you don't want to get blown off the spot, just power pole down and measure that fish and turn around and go right back to fishing.
Yeah, I hardly use it anymore. Man. I thought it was going to work for me, but now I'm like,
I think I might know somebody that'll buy it from you.
It'll be cheap.
Yeah. Mickey Forbes, I think, was looking for a power pole. He sold me his and he regretted it. Fall fishing tip. Yesterday I came across a group of fish, caught 5 to 7 from it, as far as I could unhook and measure.
Fast as I could, yeah,
as fast as I could unhook and measure. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading right now. Then returned 20 minutes later and caught 3 more from it. Yeah, that's a good fall fishing tip, Larry. Larry Okonski, one of our good buddies. We fished with him a lot. He's got a lot of knowledge too. I tried to get him on the show tonight, but he had a late dinner and wasn't ready for it. I kind of hit him up last minute, but we got to have him back on because he's filled with knowledge and he has a lot of sneaky stuff too that he does.
He's older and more wise than me. I can attest to that.
But you know what? He respects you too, Ryan. Like you're a hammer, like everybody else, like Larry and Josh and Mickey and you're a young dog. Wait till you get to be our age.
I got to make it there first. Let's be honest here. After what I did Saturday, trying to go.
As long as you don't try to rip up some chutes, you'll be fine. You guys have any more tips on fall fishing?
There was a guy that said about the stunner real quick.
Yeah, I seen that. Bring that up.
I haven't thrown it yet. I'm interested. If it's just as good and it's cheaper, I'll go that route, to be honest. What kind of, I don't want to say information, but I guess that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Would you have on that?
What about
I wonder, the knock has always been that, Vision 110 suspend the best, that they, and that's what everybody is trying to imitate. But, if I have a feeling that there are going to be people that get theirs to do that. And once that happens, then nobody's going to pay $25 for a 110 anymore.
There is a hook out. It's made by, you know what the bad part is? I have fishing lures scattered in every room of this house. Yelled at every time to clean up your mess. I think it's made by Core Tackle. Scrounger? No. Oh boy. I can't remember. It starts with an S. It's supposed to, you rig it just down through the body of a soft jerk bait, and it's supposed to do this and kind of have the shimmy.
Oh, the core tackle?
Yeah. Core Tackle has it.
Yeah. They have the weight on the hook.
Oh, the hover rig.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's for hovering, strolling.
Or is it the other one? They have a couple different ones. I know they have the hover rig, but then they also have that Ozark rig, I think.
Yeah, they really started making a bunch of stuff.
Scamper rig.
Oh, the Scamper rig.
Scamper. Okay.
Yeah. It was sitting on the kitchen counter.
Yeah. Somebody just said that. Ryan Dahl said it too. Scamper rig.
Yeah.
But if you look at it though, it's almost the same
as the hover rig or whatever they call it.
Yeah, it's similar. So, and I haven't tried them yet. I bought a pack. The water's so low, I haven't thrown them.
So that hook there with that weight, the way it is, it almost looks to me like when you cast out and that thing hits the water, instead of going straight nose down to the bottom, it's going to kind of do this.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I haven't tried it yet. If we get some water, I'll throw it.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a 16th ounce one, and as heavy as these soft jerk baits are nowadays, it's going to sink right away, right now.
I got a good question for you guys since we just fished the tournament yesterday. And we don't have to talk about why or what this question's about. Just answer the question. Did any of the fish that you caught yesterday stink like they do in the summertime?
Yep.
They did?
I have an explanation for it.
I don't know that I smelled it, but my nose has been stuffy, so I might not have smelled it.
For everybody that knows what we're talking about, you know what I'm trying to ask here. I don't want to get too much in detail, but there's a reason I'm asking it.
Man,
I didn't have any stink. None of my fish that I caught stank like they normally do in the summertime. Ryan, what do you got to say? Go ahead. You could give something away.
To the tongue, man.
Yeah, Ryan Dahl said it in the chat anyway. So
yeah. I was just wondering.
So, is it just me? Okay, we're almost into October. The bait fish are still between this big and that big, right?
Yeah.
The crayfish are this big. Maybe it's just me. I would be 100% curious on who's getting the more bigger fish on a crayfish lure compared to a reaction bite out of a topwater lure, spinnerbait, jackhammer, all that. Because the bait fish size ain't there this year due to the high water, right? We're going into the fall months.
You mean low water, right?
No, he means high water.
I'm talking about the high water from the spring.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the bait fish are small. They're not going to eat them. They're sitting that shallow and they're doing their own thing, nose in the bottom, doing their thing. And we're lucky enough to throw something on top of them.
Get a reaction bite.
Yeah. But the ones I caught yesterday just absolutely just reeked. And I'm like, really? I'd rather catch a carp and have it jump around in my boat than dealing with that because it was that bad yesterday.
Wow.
See, I didn't smell it, but I like I said, my nose has been a mess lately.
Yeah,
so
maybe
it could have just been.
Maybe that's why I didn't smell it too, because I feel like I was starting to get a little sick yesterday and stuffy too. So,
you old people, I'll tell you.
I got sick from somebody at work breathing on me.
It's that time of year.
Somebody breathing.
I'm a supervisor, so I got to deal with people all the time. And I was talking to somebody that was sick, and
better be amped up and ready for the weekend.
Yeah, I will be. I got to work Friday night, so I'm going again with no sleep. But I can tell you this: I'm pretty freaking dangerous when I don't get sleep and I fish a tournament.
I was going to say, you can't argue with the results.
Yeah. All right, Junior. We're going to call you Junior now.
Junior Sims.
Junior Sims.
Yep. I did it last year for all the tournaments for KA, and I think I finished 5th or 6th place in AOI. So sleep doesn't really matter to me. I think it hyper focuses me better though.
Get out and get the job done. Bring it home.
Yes, sir. Haven't seen many crawfish this year. Yeah, I haven't seen many crawfish. I seen some, but it wasn't like I seen like the whole bottom of the river moving with crayfish.
I haven't seen that in a couple of years.
Was that last week when I fished with you, Carlisle, that one cough went up on my boat?
2 weeks ago, maybe.
Yeah.
2 or 3 weeks ago.
So that was kind of cool. And I got to see exactly what they're eating.
Yeah.
The colors and everything. So
yeah, that was cool. The size, that was a small crayfish too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't huge.
I mean, Jeff Little did just post a video. The guy caught a 17, and it chucked up like a 6-inch bluegill.
Wow.
I'm like, huh. So when did bluegill come back in the river?
Yeah, exactly. I was wondering that too.
I caught one last year down in Wrightsville.
I've caught them in Wrightsville before too. Sunfish and bluegill, but
what's his name? Somebody caught a 42-pound catfish yesterday. I forget who I was talking to during the tournament.
No, somebody else is saying, "Oh yeah. I remember you telling me." Or
who was that?
That was a guy at awards. This guy said he saw a school of 35 to 40 catfish.
That was Jake Hausman. He showed me a picture on his phone. He caught this huge catfish. Yeah. I mean, the thing
on a
was
spinning
huge.
rod.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what he used.
I think I remember him saying that.
It was like 42 pounds. I've been seeing a lot of catfish.
So the catfish, at least from what I'm seeing, at least the channel cats school up right now for the fall months. Flatheads, I don't really see in a school until the middle of winter. We put in at Fort Hunter, and oh my, I guess Sean's getting old and tired.
Yeah. I did server work this morning. I was up from 12:30 to 5, so it's catching up to me.
Man.
That's these old guys.
Below the statue, flatheads all winter. You can go out there and drag a Ned rig, and that's all you'll catch. They're schooled up there in the winter, thousands of them. I'd hate to take live scope out and see what's on the bottom, but yeah.
You said above Fort Hunter.
Right below the statue.
Yeah. Huh. Maybe we need to go out there and catch them all and have a little catfish fry.
I'll do it off the 322 wall, case of teas, and I'll get her done.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Well, guys, we're going on an hour and 22 minutes. We had a pretty good audience throughout the whole.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Podcast. Thank you so much, man. We try to give you guys some pointers and stuff like that, and sometimes the juice spills, but we kind of kept it on the DL today just because we have a huge tournament next weekend. T-Man's fishing for the PA AOI. He qualified for that for becoming AOI champion on our chapter. And me and Sean, and who do we got on our team, Sean?
Dave Long, Drew Lamparter, Jay Duke, and me, and Carlisle and I. So
we'll be fishing for the team for Central PA, and it's going to be a fun time. We just wanted to kind of come on here and talk a little bit about what's going on with the river now. And if you're a river rat like us, you guys know I said it before, it's super low. Hopefully we get some rain this week. That'll make things.
That's all we need.
That'll make things very interesting. How about them Eagles today? I walked into the Bluebird. Listen, I'm not a football fan.
I was going to say,
but we walked into the Bluebird and they had the Eagles game on against the Rams, and the Rams were winning 20. I think it was like 24-7 or something like that. And I was like, holy crap, because I thought the Eagles were a pretty good team. We sat down 8, and when we were leaving, there was 2 minutes left, and the Eagles were on like the 10-yard line getting ready to score, and it was 26-21 or something like that. They were down by like 5 points or something. And I got home and I looked at the score on my phone, and they won. I think it was 30-26.
Mm-hmm.
So that was an awesome comeback. I know there's probably some Eagles fans on here watching. I'm not really a football guy. I like hockey. I don't know what T-Man. What's your team? Pittsburgh?
Unfortunately,
Yeah, Pittsburgh Steelers. What did they do today?
When you recover again, I played high school.
Oh my gosh, 6 turnovers or
6 turnovers, 5 fumbles on the Patriots and 1 interception
and a pick. Yeah,
21 points.
Wow.
You're gonna have
our next podcast in 2 weeks. We're gonna bring on the Pennsylvania AOI champion and the members of the team championship. So we're hoping that we can do that, and everybody can agree to get on here and talk.
And we'll go over baits and stuff at that point, because
we'll talk about baits and everything else, because pretty much after this tournament, I have one more. I think it's in October for MAKBF Tournament Champions. I qualified for that. by winning that one tournament. And I don't even know when that. I'd like to know when that date is for that tournament. I know it's on the Juniana, but I don't know what the date is. It's in October.
Be careful what you share.
Yeah. I'll be fine. So yeah, we appreciate everybody for watching. Ryan, we appreciate you coming on.
I appreciate it every time. It's always a good time with you guys.
Yeah, we always have a good time talking with Ryan and getting some knowledge from him. And Sean, we appreciate you for everything that you do for kayak anglers, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah, man. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And it was a long show, but you guys stuck it out to the end. So we appreciate you all. And we'll catch you next week.
Have a good night, guys.
T-Man, good luck next weekend, man. Win it. Bring it home.
Gonna try. We're gonna give her hell. Hope for the best. Appreciate you guys, everybody, for sticking around. Hopefully I'm here in 2 weeks, but just got to perform right Saturday and hope for the best. Got some good guys out there, and it's going to be a good time.
I'll give you a text later on what baits to use.
Oh, I'm just using M80s and cans of corn.
and rats.
And rats. Five rats. Going to PetSmart Friday night.
It's going to have to get some rubber bands.
All right, brother. You don't have anybody to shout out except for the T, right?
I'm in talks at the moment with Nico Bates, so
nice.
Use them
a shout out
for trout. I've used some of their stuff for bass, but a lot of their products I've used for my trout. So
I like their fake mealworms.
Yeah, I got to talk to the head honcho, I guess, here on, I think it's Tuesday. So
nice.
We'll see what comes out with it. I use their product, but at the end of the day, they got to put up with me. No filter.
Hey,
my piece and get her done.
You get her done. So any company would be more than glad to work with you just by looking at your standings.
Standings. Are we talking the hangover ones or the sober ones? Because right now they're in the jumble. I can't even speak.
Hey, wow. your AOI championship speaks for itself, buddy.
It was a grind. We got her done. Is what it is, and I really do it. Shout out the decks again. Honestly, that was a fun ride this year. 100%.
Yeah.
I do it all.
Congratulations to him, man. He really put it together this year.
He did. Yeah, he's come a long way, and you know what? I'm excited to see what comes out of him next year.
Yeah.
Well, he's fishing. You and Josh are our representatives from the team chat or for the individuals. So yeah, we got a ton of good guys fishing that. So
yeah,
I hope he comes home with it. Honestly, that kid, I can't say kid because we're the same age, but I hope he brings it home. He busted his ass this year and he's earned it 100%. Let him win the rest. If I come in last place, I don't care. He wins it. I'm right there next to him.
Yes, sir. We're going to have some drinks for sure if that happens.
Oh, boy. Poor Dane's bill is going to be a little expensive. It's going to be DD that
night. All right, guys.
All right. Yeah.
Let's close this down, Sean. Good luck next week.
And we'll catch you guys in 2 weeks with the story.
Yeah. We'll see you in 2 weeks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for tuning in to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget, for future shows, like, follow, share, and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you check out our individual channels and accounts too. Want to be a guest on one of our shows and talk of adventures, gear, or products? Contact us. Thank you for watching The Noob Show with Matt Gibson, Chasing the Tide with Dustin Nichols, The Rusty Hook with John Rapp, The River Run with Adam Fraser Pross, May Contain Fishing with Daniel Woodcock, Chasing the 20s with Carlisle Esterly and Sean Lavery, Friday Night Bites with Brian Schiller, Thanks for tuning into the Paddle and Fin Network. Subscribe and always wear your PFD.